Hi guys, welcome back. So let's look at this Welsh team that's going to take on the mighty South Africans in their final audition, and it definitely is a final audition because Warren Gatland is actually making that decision on Monday of who's going to be in the 33-man World Cup squad. 13 changes to this team, so once again they've had 3 trials here. South Africa, they're just fine-tuning, they're really strong, so if anyone stands out in this game then they're probably on the plane, the train, the boat, however they're getting there. So big game. They could get beaten quite heavily or they could come out looking pretty good. So quite a lot of pressure on these guys here. And let's talk about how Warren Gatland's gone about these games so far. He's very much doing a starting from scratch job. When he came into the job, he didn't quite realise, he said himself, how bad things were in Welsh rugby, full stop. So he's pretty much doing what he did the first time when he came in for Wales and having a look at everybody, really, giving everyone a fair crack, getting lots of youngsters in there. It's going to be fascinating to see who he goes with in his final 33 and actually in his first choice team. So let's go through this team and I'll say what sort of chance I think they have. We've got the same props we saw in the first game against England, Domachowski and Azarati, the new guys there. And in the middle, we've got D, who's got a great chance to be the starting hooker. You've got him and Parry on the bench because they've got so many injuries. Elias injured. Lake might be okay, but, he's not going to be 100%. It might be a while till he comes back. So D and Parry certainly fighting it out there. Second rows, it's that battle to see who partners Adam Beard. I'd say Rowlands is in the driving seat. I think it's interesting that he gets to 25 caps today, which means he can then still play for Wales when he goes and plays in France. So that's interesting, but I think he's in pole position, but Carter's got a good chance as anyone really, I think, to maybe make a move in second row. Like I said, Beard the only guaranteed starter. Lydiate we mentioned, Morgan the captain. Now they tried Lake as captain last game, didn't last long of course, so I think Morgan is the likely captain for the World Cup. Of course, shades again of Sam Warburton when he was made captain early by Warren Gatland. It really does seem to be kind of a repeat of history there. Wales starting again, picking a young open side as captain. Aaron Wainwright at 8, and he is absolutely, I think, the favourite to be the starting 8. Faletau could come back from injury, but even if he does, I think Gatland likes Wainwright at 8, so if he has a solid game, I think he's cemented that. Hardy gets a start, couldn't start last time for personal reasons. Thomas Williams on the bench, Thomas Williams is going, Gareth Davis is going, Hardy's fighting it out for the pecking order. And Dan Biggar gets a start, and I think he's got a fantastic chance to regain that starting shirt once again. He always fights, we always write him off, and he always comes back and seems to start. So a good game for him, and I think he's the starting 10. In the centres, more changes once again. It seems like we've seen pretty much every centre in Wales, and they're all pretty decent to be fair. We've got young Grady there making a start at 13, a huge guy, getting his first start. We've got Max Llewellyn on the bench as well. We've seen Roberts, we've seen the other guys there. It's going to be a real bun fight, but at least that centre area is looking strong for Wales in the future. Johnny Williams is back, haven't seen him for a while. Another big guy, so many big centres. North, I think, slightly injured at the moment. He could come back, so it's going to be a big centre pairing, whatever, but they're obviously going to try and get the balance right. Great chance for them. On the wings, we see Dyer and Cuthbert, and I think these wing slots are definitely open. I mean, Rhys Sammet goes, Liam Williams goes in the back 3, Halfpenny goes in the back 3, Adams probably goes in the back 3, but so there's probably maybe one spot open for grabs there, I would think. Both have got good chances, so much to prove for these guys. Liam Williams, we mentioned at fullback, Parry Smith-Thomas, the replacement front row. I haven't seen a lot of Teddy Williams, so that'll be interesting. And a player who I kind of hadn't expected to play this game is Tane Basham, who had the audacity to make his head collide with Owen Farrell's shoulder. So it looks like he's okay. That is fantastic news. So he gets another role. Thomas Williams on the bench there, but he's going anyway. Max Llewellyn's got a lot to prove in the centres, like we mentioned. And a first start, a first cap for Kai Evans coming off the bench in the back 3. So just so much up for grabs for these guys. Is it going to be too much against South Africa? Well, you would think so, but if they can make a performance, make a game of it, that's probably all Gatland is expecting and hoping for. Then he has the really tough job of cutting down this big squad to a 33. He's tried pretty much everyone that he can think of pretty much. So he's starting again. Are they going for this World Cup properly? Well, I mean, of course they're trying to go and do their absolute best, but I think there are two motives here, and I think it's correct. Start again, build from the ground up, get the youngsters in, the young Morgan as captain, and build towards the next World Cup and the next Six Nations, etc. So let me know what you think of that Welsh team, all the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.